History didn't begin where we were told it did. Before the first civilizations we learn about, something advanced already existed, and it vanished without a trace. If this knowledge becomes widely known, it doesn't just rewrite history. It destroys everything we think we know about humanity's origin. By the end of this video, you'll see the evidence historians avoid discussing and understand why this entire age was deliberately erased from time. Archaeological anomalies that don't fit conventional timelines. Across the world, archaeologists continue to uncover discoveries that refuse to fit neatly into the official timeline of human history. Structures, tools, and entire sites emerge from the ground carrying dates that directly challenge what we are taught about the rise of civilization. These findings do not simply add details to history. They threaten to rewrite it. Instead of sparking open debate, many of these anomalies are quietly dismissed, reinterpreted, or pushed to the margins of academic discussion. Not because they lack evidence, but because they raise questions modern historical frameworks are not prepared to answer. When discoveries do not fit the story is protected, not the discovery. Massive stone complexes appear in regions where hunter-gatherer societies were supposedly incapable of large-scale construction. Perfectly aligned structures emerge in eras when advanced mathematics, astronomy, and engineering were believed to be unknown. Carbon dating repeatedly contradicts established narratives, suggesting that human societies may have developed complexity far earlier and far more suddenly than we are willing to accept. Gobekli Tepe stands as one of the most unsettling examples. Built over 11,000 years ago, it predates agriculture, pottery, metal tools, and organized urban life. According to conventional history, such a site should not exist. Yet its builders carved enormous stone pillars, engraved with intricate animal symbolism, and arranged them with deliberate astronomical precision. This was not blind experimentation. It was knowledge applied with intention. Even more disturbing is the fact that Gobekli Tepe was deliberately buried. Someone chose to hide it. This raises a chilling possibility that ancient people not only achieved great things, but understood the power of controlling what future generations would remember. Then there are ancient maps depicting coastlines and landmasses that modern science claims were unknown at the time. The Puri-Reis map, created in the 16th century, shows Antarctica without ice, a continent supposedly undiscovered and permanently frozen until thousands of years later. The map itself references older sources, implying the knowledge was inherited from a far earlier civilization. How could such information exist unless it was preserved and passed down from a forgotten age? Scattered across the globe are artifacts that appear technologically impossible for their era. Precision-cut stones, perfectly drilled holes, and engineered surfaces suggest tools and techniques official history says did not yet exist. These artifacts raise an uncomfortable question. Were ancient civilizations far more advanced than we are told? Who benefits from erasing this knowledge? History is not merely a record of events. It is a narrative shaped by those who hold power. Religious institutions, political authorities, and cultural elites have long decided which stories survive and which are erased. Knowledge that threatens established worldviews is often labeled dangerous or false. not because it lacks truth, but because it disrupts control. Across centuries, countless ancient texts were destroyed or hidden. Libraries burned, scrolls erased, teachings forbidden. When ideas conflicted with authority, they were replaced with simplified myths and allegories. Over time, metaphor replaced memory, and literal truths faded into legend. Accepted history favors a comforting narrative of linear progress, the belief that humanity slowly evolved from ignorance to enlightenment. But evidence of advanced ancient knowledge shatters this illusion. It suggests cycles instead of progress. Civilizations rising, collapsing, and leaving fragments behind. Psychologically, societies trust official timelines because they provide stability. Questioning history feels like questioning identity itself. As a result, inconvenient discoveries are ignored or ridiculed, not because they are disproven, but because they are destabilizing. Machines and inventions ahead of their time. Among the most compelling clues of a lost age are machines and technologies that appear centuries, even millennia, ahead of their time. The Antikythera mechanism, discovered in an ancient shipwreck, is often described as the world's first analog computer. Its intricate gears and precise astronomical calculations should not have existed in ancient Greece. Yet there it was, complex, functional, undeniable. Ancient drilling techniques left behind holes, with tolerances rivaling modern machinery. Stone vases carved from granite display symmetry that challenges conventional explanations. Massive stone blocks were cut, transported, and assembled with precision that defies the simple tools officially attributed to their builders. These are not isolated anomalies. Across continents, similar engineering techniques appear in cultures supposedly isolated from one another. This repetition suggests shared knowledge or inheritance from a common source. Were these technologies remnants of a forgotten civilization, passed down in fragments? If advanced tools existed before recorded history, then our understanding of technological development is deeply flawed. Esoteric knowledge and the human mind beyond physical technology. Ancient civilizations possessed profound knowledge of consciousness itself. Symbols found in Egyptian, Masonic, and other traditions repeatedly point to the human brain, particularly the pineal gland, often called the third eye. This symbol appears across cultures, separated by vast distances and time. Pyramids, sacred geometry, and ritual architecture align with astronomical events and natural energy flows. These were not random designs, but expressions of a sophisticated understanding of nature and perception. Rulers and elites guarded this knowledge carefully. Initiation rites, secret schools, and symbolic teachings ensured that only a few accessed deeper truths. Architecture became a language, encoding information in stone for those who knew how to read it. What if ancient wisdom was not superstition, but advanced knowledge preserved through symbols? Antarctica and the forbidden chapters of Earth. Antarctica remains one of the most mysterious regions on Earth. Beneath miles of ice lie landforms suggesting rivers, mountains, and possibly ancient structures. Some theories propose Antarctica was once ice-free and inhabited long before it became the frozen continent we know today. Submerged cities along ancient coastlines hint at civilizations swallowed by rising seas at the end of the last ice age. These discoveries echo global flood myths found worldwide, stories describing a great reset of civilization. Legends of lost continents such as Atlantis or Lemuria may not be fantasy, but distorted memories of real places that vanished during catastrophic events. When ancient maps, myths, and modern discoveries align, coincidence becomes harder to accept. Knowledge that refused to die. Despite deliberate erasure, fragments of lost knowledge survived. Myths, folklore, and oral traditions carried truths disguised as stories. Symbols carved into stone appear across continents, conveying the same messages through different cultures. Modern science is slowly acknowledging that human history may be far older and more complex than once believed. Each discovery forces historians to reconsider assumptions once thought unshakable. The past was not erased completely. It was fragmented. The final question: what does this lost age tell us about humanity's true story? Are we the first advanced civilization, or merely the latest cycle in a repeating pattern of rise and collapse? If knowledge was erased once, could it happen again? And if the past was deliberately hidden, what truths still lie beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered? The erased past may still shape our future, if we dare to remember. Subscribe to Legends of Time and join the journey to uncover what history tried to hide.